Hey everyone, it's your girl Maddie here, aka Beaver Mush, and today I am talking to you about After the Fall from the San Antonio, Texas based Thunder Horse. This is coming off of Ripple Music, and Thunder Horse plays doom metal, but definitely their own brand of it. It can be quite psychedelic at times, bluesy at others, and it just injects this traditional vintage heavy metal sound that I find really fun and quite refreshing, to be honest. The leads here rip, and the riffs are heavy as hell, yes, but also just well written, well composed, given a trajectory and a pacing that just works for me. And the songwriting, it's there. These tracks are they're quite tangible, but they're not watered down or made overly agreeable. They just click. They're very memorable, and as I listen, they just stick with me, give it a ton of replay value. The opening title track gets things rolling with these thick, heavy riffs with heavy doses of blues rock filtered through that, and it has that weighty doom quality interjected. The vocals don't always hit that gloomy, depressive style that you might expect from like a traditional doom metal band. No, they're more stoner-esque, even kind of grungy at times. The guitar work has a real attitude. It bites. The solo here has that Guitar God classic rock feel that I find really fun. The whole track has these daisy effects, psychedelic instrumental breaks, some dense echo and reverb that makes it feel like you are constantly being lulled into this stupor. You can definitely close your eyes and feel this track just enveloping around you. New Normal just hammers down with this snarling lead that makes you have this gross grin and just nod and say as it begins to evolve into these more pulsating doom riffs. The band is incorporating a lot of cool vocal harmonies that give it these theatrical moments, while the solo has this moody atmosphere. It feels like while it's being played, it's being surrounded by this dense smoke. Monolith has this great slimy groove, and what the bass does, these crisp little flourishes, adds quite the snap to the music. The songwriting is just top notch, especially this verse with this call and response thing going on with these interjected shouts replied to by these slick short bursts of meaty guitar. The vocalist just yells, "We fucking gave it away," before landing on these Zeppelin-esque chugged blues bit that leads way into this emotive shred fest. The drums also play a key role here, feeling skeletal but not being overly minimalist either. It brings in a lot of technical detail but played in a controlled way. It gives the music an extra push for sure. And the closing lead on this track, the delay effect they use is tastefully excessive, and they make it work. It feels as if two solos are being played with an intense stagger to them. It's just truly intoxicating effect. I really dig what they did here. Apocalypse is more of an eerie cut. It's quite dark. These muddy riffs sprout out, crawling in, giving the track a lot of uneasy anticipation. While I love these shuffled sections, they're heavy as hell, but also quite groovy as well. The vocals have more of a howl to it, this patient, sustained delivery, but it becomes more pronounced and emotive as the music grows in density behind it. It's just well written, well composed. You know, there's a lot of generic doom metal out there. This album is definitely not that. Inner Demon is full of these infectious, catchy lines. They're anthemic, backed with these big chords. definitely feels like it's going back to the roots of heavy metal, and I'm just all in on that. It feels kind of deep purplish, actually, especially with these prancing bass riffs, too. There's just this big, rousing, melodic quality to the lead that's going to get anyone, and I mean anyone, just raising their fist. It's just that powerful. Aberdeen just demonstrates the band's uncanny ability to deliver these monstrous, arresting moments. Just the beginning here is stoner metal perfection. And the whole track possesses this really fun, effective, swung rhythm to it. The performances on this record are simply top tier. The chorus on this track, beautiful. I just want to keep shouting, "Oh, Aberdeen!" And it's backed with these violent, massive riffs. Honestly, this might be my favorite cut on the record. And actually, the way it feels like it's borrowing from maybe like a classic Soundgarden or Alice in Chains track. Has that gruff but melodic vibe to it. Makes me just... It has that feel where I want to mosh, but also just vibe and close my eyes to it at the same time. Requiem is this very dramatized, melancholic, quite strong closing track with this fantastic hook, and the licks surrounding it are just full of this somberness, especially with these weeping bends. I love these airy pastoral arpeggios. Adds a nice bit of hazy color, kaleidoscopic really. You know, this album starts off so strong, but really, honestly, I think the album gets progressively better. Leaves the album on its two most memorable tracks. A bold way to order this thing, really. I think After the Fall by Thunder Horse is legitimately one of the better doom metal albums I've heard this year so far. Just great writing, great vocal performances, excellent riff craft, just so much detail is shining through here. Thing is just laser focused. The leads are so satisfying. You're never going to get bored with these solos. And it borrows from enough other sources like stoner metal, blues rock, just plain heavy metal, that I think anyone who is a fan of heavier music is going to find something to latch onto here. So well done. And hey, those are my thoughts. If you enjoy what I do, like this review, hit that like button. It'd mean the world to me if you'd consider subscribing. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that is in the bio of this YouTube channel. Leave a comment. I love getting to engage with those. And hey, you right there watching right now, keep it metal. My name is Maddie, aka Beavermosh, and I am signing off.